You are now entering Alyx Man's world.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you watch this channel, I know most of you usually watch for SmackDown reviews. I know most of you usually watch for Raw reviews. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm at the point now where I'm ready to say, screw Raw and screw SmackDown. Because the real, and it's always been this way, but the true show of WWE Undisputed, no pun intended, is today's review. And that, my friends, is 3 letters. NXT. Ah, man. Now, we got some changing to do with this cover here. Because last time we saw this cover, certain people weren't champs. Street Profits are no longer champs. And Velveteen Dream, well, I hope you enjoyed him while he was champ, because as of right now, the Undisputed Era has claimed all the belts. All the belts have been claimed. They have fulfilled the prophecy, and Adam Cole now reigns as the king of NXT with his crew, with his royal guard. And I gotta say, it feels good. Feels good. Long time coming for Undisputed Era. But that's neither here or there. We'll get more into details about that. You want to get my thoughts on tonight's live 2-hour premiere of NXT on the USA Network. Did the show live up to the hype? Was NXT the NXT we always get? Is it the flagship show? Is it lighting the world on fire? Or did it become the one thing we feared? Raw light. SmackDown light. Another Vince McMahon brand. That rhymed all the time. Anyways, I'll just give it to you straight. My fears were dashed in the first hour. 2-hour show. First hour was on USA Network Live. The second hour was on the network. Starting October 2nd, all 2 hours will be on USA. Go figure, right? When AEW premieres their show, that's when we want to do the 2 hours. Right now, we'll do the 1 hour on USA Network, and then the next hour on the network, WWE Network. I wonder why we're doing this thing. Are we trying to get us some network subscribers? It's smart. I'm not mad at them for it. It's just, it's just funny to me that, we'll do the 2 hours on October 2nd, but AEW's not competition, right? That's neither here or there. I thought tonight's NXT, the 2-hour edition, easily one of WWE's best shows this year. I loved every single bit of tonight's show. I was very fearful of NXT going 2 hours. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think NXT got better. Imagine that. You give NXT more time and it gets better. Now, hold on. I'm not saying give it 3 hours.
Hopefully the network doesn't fall apart again.
We'll talk about that in a second. By the way, he should go to NXT. EC3. I want EC3 back on NXT. Back on NX3. What was I saying? NXT got better with 2 hours. Because it allowed the talent who usually don't get a lot of screen time, it allowed them to get screen time and shine. And what we're doing to fill in the roster, which I'm happy he started doing, is incorporating talent from NXT UK and 205 Live. It looks official now that the Cruiserweights are going to be on NXT. I don't know if that means 205 Live has been canceled, but they had a number 1 contendership match to determine a new opponent for Cruiserweight Champion Drew Gulak. And then we saw Imperium, freaking Walter, showed up. That was awesome. So we're crossovering NXT UK talent and 205 Live talent. And that's just assuming we ain't bringing anybody from the main roster. I haven't seen people from the main roster show up yet. I don't think they need to show up. I would love to see Kalisto. I would love to see Cesaro. I would love to see Kevin Owens.
Did you hear Vince wants to bury Cedric? Thoughts?
Oh, we'll talk about that on a different video. I did hear about that stupidness. Before I read, I want to see what happens with him next week. If I see Cedric and the 24/7 stuff again, I will personally make a video about Cedric and talk about it. Right now, I'm just going to groan at the reports and just take it with a grain of salt and just hope that it's not as bad as I think it is. I'm going to hope that next week we see more of Cedric and AJ. And I don't see Cedric in the 24/7 stuff or not on TV. Then we're going to make a video. So, back to NXT. I'm in a good mood. Let's keep it that way. I like being happy about NXT. Now, NXT has started to incorporate different rosters to help fill up the 2 hours, which is smart. So, we'll see if they bring in people from the main roster. Cesaro, Kevin Owens. Perhaps we'll see some women. Maybe Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, Becky. They might make some appearances. Why not? Ain't Lacey Evans ain't doing nothing. Bring her back. Matter of fact, bring back Daniel Brooke while you're at it. There's so many things we can do. I didn't even mention Apollo Crews. I didn't even mention Bo Dallas. I didn't mention any of the former NXT stars that aren't really doing much. AOP, well, they're coming back. Rusev, he just came back. There's so much we can do. And it's crazy when you think about it, because we're already good. Triple H can just work with 205 Live and NXT UK and never touch the main roster. Think about that. NXT is so fresh. It's thriving with a plethora of talent. Its talent roster is so huge. As of right now, when you combine it with 205 Live and NXT UK, there really is no need for a main roster guy to come at all. And I think that's what makes it special. I think that's what made it even more exciting today than usual. A couple of things I want to talk about in terms of the production of the show, how it was shot, the stage, the crowd, all the preliminary stuff before we get into the matches per se and the review. I loved the mini video packages that we got throughout the night of talent who weren't on the show. We got one for Damian Priest. We got one for Keith Lee and Dijakovic, who's having a match next week. Can't wait for that. There were others. There were many others who got video packages. And it's cool, because you want fans to be ready. You know, there are people who watch the main roster who had no idea what NXT is. So we can't just assume they'll know who these talent or what these talent are all about. So it's smart that we have production shooting these mini video packages of talent who aren't showing up. So when they do show up, they'll be like, oh yeah, It's that guy. Or even if they don't see him for a while, they'll be like, I wonder what that guy's doing. What's he all about? And they'll do the research on their own. So I think that's smart. Oh my God. Let people know about who these guys are before they appear. What a concept. Wish SmackDown and Raw would do that. You're right. Also, I gotta say this. The show, as it looked on the USA Network, it looked gorgeous. They had to have been using some high quality cameras. Something different from what Raw and SmackDown are using. It looked smooth. It looked really good.
Next week, versus Street Fight, #1 contenders.
Oh, Killian Dane and Matt Riddle. One more time? Street Fight? Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, the show looked great. I thought in terms of the transitions between segments, the structure of the show, the matches that I felt... Let's go. Look at that.
Did you also hear Corbin got death threats?
Yeah. I could say that's a compliment, because that means he's doing his job. People actually hate his guts. I mean, who wouldn't hate his guts? But if it's to the point now that people are threatening his life, that should tell you the kind of heel he is. That's a good sign, actually. Not a great sign, because it's crazy that people actually want to kill him. But the fact that he's that kind of heel, that he makes people get to that point, that's something you don't see a lot nowadays. That's a different kind of heel. He should be proud of himself. For real, he should really be proud of himself. But yeah, I was very pleased with how the show was shot. No shaky cam action. No Kevin Dunn, bippity dippity boppity boom. None of that. It was just straight. None of this or that. When you're getting hit with chair shots, you don't see the camera going boom, boom. Now, it's just right there, and it looked great, by the way. So, props to how do I say this? I don't even know who's running the production team. Props to the production team. There you go. The people running the show. Looked great, guys. Good job. Alright, so I think that's all the preliminary stuff. Let's get to the show. Let's get to what happened on NXT. We kicked things off with the game. The show opens with a video package featuring Triple H talking up tonight's show. He eventually turns and opens a curtain and reveals that he is, in fact, live in the arena. And then we close in on the audience in Full Sail. NXT, energetic throughout the entire night. I think this works. Personally, I always had an issue with them shooting 4 weeks of NXT live. You know, they would always shoot 4 weeks of NXT on one night. And after about the third or fourth hour, you can tell the crowd gets tired. Because it's a long show, so they're tired. I think this works better. By the way, the NXT Full Sail crowd, bro, one of the best crowds. I might actually say it's one of the best crowds in wrestling today. They know how to bring the fire. They're basically a part of NXT now. They're basically a wrestler on the show. They are the show when you think about it. But when they're hot and they're rested, they make the show so much better than what it has every right to be. So the fact that we're shooting 2 hours and not 4 hours, I think actually makes things better, because they get to rest. They get to go away and come back next week ready to go. So I'm interested to see what happens with the crowd now that we're working with them 2 hours a week, not 4 hours for one taping and then we don't see them again for another month. Let's see how it goes. I think things will actually work out for the most part, in my personal opinion. The first match of the night, Fatal 4-Way, Women's fatal 4-way, and the winner gets a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. We got Candice LeRae taking on Io Shirai, taking on Mia Yim and Bianca Belair. I thought the match was fast-paced. I actually thought, in terms of the quality these four gave us, the quality these four gave us, it was, I won't say it was NXT TakeOver quality. It wasn't that good. It wasn't at that level yet. But in terms of like TV matches, this might have been the best female TV match this week from WWE. And we saw Sasha and Charlotte on Tuesday. We had that tag match. Bayley, Sasha, and the tag team champs. So yeah, easily the best female wrestling match this week. Not this year, good God, this week. Great stuff. And to my surprise, Candice LeRae ends up winning the match when she pins Mia Yim after hitting a Poison Rana and then following it up with the springboard moonsault to pin her for an opportunity to fight Shayna Baszler. After the match, post-match, Shayna Baszler comes down with her lackeys. That's Marina Shafir, Jessamine Duke. They all stare at her. They surround her like a pack of hyenas and then stare at her. And then it is announced, watch this, live on October 2nd, Shayna Baszler will fight Candice LeRae for the Women's Championship. I love this because on a different show, AEW Live on TNT, we'll be having the first ever women's AEW Women's Championship match being crowned, which is Riho taking on Nyla Rose. And see, Triple H saw that and went, okay, they're going to do Nyla Rose versus Riho. I'm going to do a match that's going to be better. Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. And no offense, but right now, I mean, come on, guys, come on now. That's NXT TakeOver quality right there. That match would be saved for NXT TakeOver. And knowing that this is live, I can see a title change happening. I don't think it will, but I can see it happening. For real, for real. I personally think if Candice LeRae were to win the NXT Women's Championship on October 2nd, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it'll happen. I can already predict. This is how I think will happen. This is how I think that the match will go. Candice will get close, then Io Shirai will interfere and cost her the match. And then they'll go on with their feud. Watch. Guarantee you that is exactly what will happen. But I could be wrong. Maybe Candice LeRae does win, and then we do Io Shirai and Candice at NXT TakeOver War Games 3. We'll find out. The possibilities are endless. But I gotta watch the match. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. See, I was dead set on watching AEW live, but if NXT is gonna stack the deck like this, I might have to just watch both shows. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do it. I might have to watch. I'll probably have NXT running on my laptop. No, I can't have it running on my laptop. God damn it. How am I gonna do this? I gotta figure out a way to watch both shows. I gotta have 2 TV sets? Is that what I gotta do? Crap, I gotta have 2 TV sets now. I'll figure it out. Anyways, moving on. It is announced that next week, Dominik Dijakovic will be taking on Keith Lee. I almost said Donovan Dijak. It's Dominik Dijakovic versus Keith Lee. 3. That match will be happening live next week. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for that match. The new generation of big man wrestling. I would love to see these two wrestle all the time. So in the first match, it went to a no contest, double count out. Second match, Dominik won. So Keith Lee will most likely win this match, and then we'll do one more to settle the score. Probably at NXT TakeOver. That's what I would do. By the way, if they do Keith Lee versus Dominik at NXT TakeOver War Games, that better be a #1 contendership match. I want Keith Lee to go after the world title. It's time. NXT title. You know what I meant. Cameron Grimes, the former Trevor Lee.
Watch AEW Live in NXT on the network.
Will they actually move to the network after that? Because if they do, fine. I'm gonna have to record it. I'll just watch AEW live and then DVR NXT and then watch it afterwards. I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll figure it out. It'll have to work somehow, some way. All right, and then maybe I'll just review both shows the very next day. Okay, I'll figure it out. I promise.
Who's on your NXT Mount Rushmore? Men's and women's.
Ooh. Well, thank you for the super chat. B do heart? One? Baduha. Okay, close enough. NXT Mount Rushmore. I never actually thought about it. Sami Zayn. That's hard. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Gargano. I want to. Damn, but I gotta put Tommaso Ciampa up there. What about Nakamura? I don't know. Come back to me later. In terms of the women, that's easy. Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, Bayley. I don't want to think about that. There you go. That was easy. All right, next. And I love that Sammy Ole said, Undisputed Era is the new Mount Rushmore. Just Undisputed Era. I probably could have just said that. Nah, I'm joking. Cameron Grimes took on Sean Maluda, and he beat him in like 3 seconds with that pop-up double stomp that looked freaking amazing. So he's dominating people now in seconds. I guess he's the new Baron Corbin who beats people in 30 seconds. Screw it, let's go. So Cameron Grimes beats Sean Maluda. And then we go on to the main event of the first hour. That was quick. We get a very nice video package hyping their feud. Roderick Strong and Velveteen Dream have been hyping this for about a little bit over a month now. So here we are. Roderick Strong versus the Velveteen Dream. The match was great. I thought the match... The only thing I didn't like about this match in particular, I thought the commercial breaks kind of hindered it. This is the one match I wish didn't have 2 or 3... It felt like it had like 2 or 3 commercial breaks. I didn't like that. I think it was at least 2. At least 2. Felt like 3, but... The commercial breaks hindered this match. I would have liked to have seen this match all the way through uninterrupted. And that's one thing I hope they do. If they put the NXT 2-hour shows on the network after it airs, I hope that the matches are, I hope that the matches are actually shown uninterrupted by the commercial breaks. That's what I want. But that's neither here nor there. Match was great. Velveteen Dream was getting the upper hand on Roderick Strong until the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish came out. And the fix was in. They knock out the referee. Adam Cole gives Velveteen Dream a super kick and helps Roderick Strong fulfill the prophecy. With the end of heartache, not 1 but 2 end of heartaches, he beats Velveteen Dream and wins the North American Championship. Thus, Undisputed Era now hold all the gold. We got tag team champs and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. North American champ and Roderick Strong. And the NXT champ. NXT championship. And you know what his name is. Say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole! Baby! They deserve it. They deserve this. I think easily the best stable in WWE right now, by default, is the Undisputed Era. One of the highest acts we got going in wrestling. And I think when you got a stable this hot, you kind of had to go here with them. You had to go here with them. You could not have not had them hold the belts while they were here. So now when they move up, and eventually they will drop the belts, but when they move up to the main roster, they're going to be hot. Super over. So that's going to be fun. I want to see what they do with them going forward. Okay. So that was the first hour. First hour of NXT, I thought was really good. Then we get into the second hour. Bro. So the second hour, kick things off with Pete Dunne taking on, I hope I say your name right. Is it Arturo Rojas? Rojas. So Arturo Rojas. That the cool I don't know what martial arts style he was doing. That one when you take a step back behind your legs. What's that called again? Someone tell me. But yeah, that guy. These two had an awesome match. It was brutal. It was stiff. It was nasty. They beat the piss out of each other. I loved it. Very MMA style. It was different from a lot of matches we see. That should have been live. Honest to God, that should have been live. But I get why they put it here on the network, because you kind of want to build to their appearance. But man... Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Just got a a message from Twitwire that told me the style. I appreciate that. Alright, now, that was Ashton from Twitwire. If you know who Twitwire is, for real, check him out. Awesome, very underrated show. John and Ashton. And if you go and subscribe, tell him your boy the Lex Man sent you. Alright, absolutely. Loved the match, it was great. And then we got a hype video from my girl, Dakota Kai. Dakota's coming back. And I'm calling it right now. I am putting all the money in the world on it. I think a lot of people expect Candice LeRae to be the one to take the belt off of Shayna Baszler. I think Dakota Kai is going to take the belt off of her. I think it just makes so much sense for Dakota Kai to be the one to end Shayna's run. Because Shayna came in hurting Dakota Kai, and then we never got the fulfilling end to their story where Dakota Kai overcame her fears to beat Shayna. Then she got injured, and now over a year later, I think it's like almost 2 years, she comes back and gets her revenge. It's too perfect. I want Dakota Kai to be the one to beat Shayna Baszler. Candice is awesome. I love Candice. Mwah. But honestly, what I would do, I would have Dakota Kai beat Shayna, have Kai drop the belt to Io, and then have Candice beat Io. You know, draw that out a little bit more. That's what I would do. But yeah, Dakota's coming back. Can't wait for it. Xia Li took on Aaliyah. My girl Aaliyah. Chick Kick 21. Former YouTuber. Gorgeous looking self. Anyway, sorry. Focus. We got a lot more of Xia Li in this match. Her offensive arsenal has improved a ton. She did a lot more moves than she usually does. Looking like Chun-Li from Street Fighter in there. Yeah. Hope that wasn't racist. No, for real. But she looked great. She looked awesome. And her finisher... Okay, I don't want to call it the Robinson Special, but it looked like a mini version of the Robinson Special. Some of you are asking, what's the Robinson Special? Will Ospreay does this awesome move. When his opponent is down on their knees, he does a corkscrew in thin air and kicks the back of their head on the way down. Now, Xia Li did something like that, but she didn't do a corkscrew. She did a mini spin, and then she kicked the back of their head on the way down. So, I guess it's still the Robinson Special, but a modified version of it. I don't know what she called it, but she's doing the freaking Robinson Special as her finisher. Awesome! Don't change a goddamn thing. Keep that. That's really, really cool. So, love her finisher. You know what I also love? You also know what I think is awesome? So we were supposed to get Kushida taking on some jobber next. But instead, the jobber came out, what is it? Denzel, let me see, is it right here? It's Denzel Dejournette? I think I actually say his name right. Denzel Desjardins. That sounds right. I'm going with it. So Mr. Desjardins was supposed to have a match with Kushida, but instead gets interrupted by Marcel Bartel, Alexander Wolf, and Fabian Eichner. Those of you who don't know who that is, that's Imperium. Don't ask me what's Imperium. Imperium is a stable led by Walter on NXT UK. And as soon as I saw those three bastards enter the ring, I told myself, Triple H is going balls out. He wants to really go to war with AEW. He's bringing in NXT UK talent. Walter showed up. Dvorak number 9, Symphony number 9. It was awesome. Walter is here. Man, it was awesome. Walter looked like a boss. He strode his way down to the ring. He introduces himself and Imperium and talks how the mat is sacred to them. And they're here to restore the honor and tradition of wrestling. That's when Kushida came out, got in his face, and challenged him. He ended up, taking on Imperium, but, Walter got in his face and said, look, I will crush your face. And Kushida said, ah! Sorry. Ah! Kushida said, no, Mutombo, no, and got away. He got out of there. But anyways, apparently we're going to do Walter versus Kushida. And I'm just like, yo, Triple H, bro, save something for NXT TakeOver. Holy crap. I get that you want to go to war and that you want to whoop that ass on October 2nd, but goddamn, save something for NXT TakeOver. You got War Games coming up not next month, but in November. Save something for that, all right? Goddamn. Now, I'm not saying don't give me Kushida versus Walter. I mean, give it to me, please. I want it. I likes it and I wants it. If you know what that reference is, we can be friends. But for real, this is going to be great. I look forward to seeing what those two do. Walter is about, and you know what? I know Twitwild's watching me right now. I know Ashton's watching me. And my friend, me and you are going to be on the same page. I know that you don't like Kushida. I know you're...
Do you want Rhea Ripley become NXT Women Champion beat Shayna Baszler?
Nah, it was a good time appearance, but it's time for Dakota to have her time. Io. Oh my goodness, I got those two mixed up. Sorry. Io to have her shine, and then Candice to get the belt. And then maybe after that, if Rhea's still around, sure. But she's at the bottom of the ladder right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Ashton, I know me and you, we gonna be salivating at this match, because I know you have a thriving hatred for Kushida, and I know you're gonna be enjoying every single second Walter slaps the piss out of him. I want you to understand, and I want you to know, I will be there for your live reactions. I will be there to hear you. What's that squeal of happiness? What's that squeal of happiness called? I don't even know what that's called, but there's a word for it. I want to be there to see you mark when Walter destroys Kushida. I want to be there, and you should be there too. Go subscribe to Twitwow because they're awesome. Just giving them plugs all over the place. Alright. That should be a good match to see in the future. What was next? Was the Cruiserweight title match next? It was! Not the title match, but the number one contendership for the title match. And guess who it featured? It featured the return of Lio Rush. The man of the hour! The man with the power! Sorry. The man of the hour, Lio Rush. Yeah, he's back. And I love that instantly Triple H made him a babyface. He didn't screw around. I think Triple H has always wanted to make him a babyface. He never ever wanted Leo to be a heel. Not saying Leo can be I'm not even saying Leo can't work as a heel. Leo is an excellent heel. But he's an awesome babyface too. He is one of those talents, one of those rare talents that can work both roles. He's like Shawn Michaels. He can work both. Michaels is better as a heel than a face, but he can be a good face. Leo Rush, I think, is an excellent babyface, but he's a really good heel. Better babyface, but a great heel when he needs to be. He took on Oney Lorcan, and I thought Oney Lorcan and Leo Rush had easily one of the best cruiserweight matches I've seen. Loved it. It had a little bit of everything. Had some psychology in there. Had a nice bit of selling. Had some drama moments. Had some high flying. Had some fast paced action. Had some unique moves. Stuff we've never seen before. It was a great blend of all worlds. While still feeling like a cruiserweight match. Still felt like a cruiserweight match. Which is why I am so happy NXT got 205 Live Cruiserweights. It just said, look, I don't trust Triple H said, I don't trust Raw and SmackDown to use y'all right, so I'm just gonna take y'all and stick y'all in NXT. And man, I'm happy he did that. I am so anxious. Sorry. If you know what that song is, we can be friends. I'm so excited to see what they do with the Cruiserweights. Especially since Leo Rush is now the #1 contender. And we're going to check this out. We're going to get Leo Rush versus Drew Gulak. And I guarantee you that's going to be on October 2nd. I'm already thinking about the show we're getting on October 2nd. We might get... Well, he's not going to do Kushida and Walter. And then Candice and Shayna. And then Leo and Matt... Gulak, nah, he's not gonna do all that or not. Triple H, I get it. You want to send AEW a message, but bruh, don't kill him. Don't do him like that, Triple H. Triple H is saying, look, y'all want to go to war? I'm gonna give y'all an NXT takeover free on live TV. Don't mess with me. You want to play the game? I'm a put this on difficulty. What's the highest difficulty in? What is that called? What is that highest difficulty name in? It's not. Okay, who here plays Batman Arkham Asylum? Okay, what is the name of the highest level of difficulty? It's not very hard. It's not... is it impossible? Is it critical mode? Whatever. Critical mode. I'm going to put this on critical mode. One hit and you gone. You gone on one hit. What the heck is Bill John Cena? Anyways. He's not going to do all that on one show. Is he? He might. If he stacked October 2nd with Leo Rush and Drew Gulak, with Candice and Shayna Baszler, with, who else did I say? Oh, Walter and Kushida. Goddamn. And then I'm hearing rumors that Kevin Owens is coming in to do a match. Yo, that's too... Triple H, don't kill him like that, man. Don't kill him like that. Thank you, Legendary Mode. What's the Legendary Mode? Expert Mode? Legendary Mode. Okay, so Legendary. There you go. Legendary Mode. Man, here we go. Alright. Last but not least, let's talk about it. Killian Dane versus Matt Riddle street fight. I was already good. Like, y'all, we can end the show right now, and I'd be happy. And I was like, okay, this is just a cherry on top. Bring it on. Give me that street fight. So the street fight's happening. Let me just go through what happened in the street fight. Killian Dane, right out the gate, puts the boots to Matt Riddle with a running drop kick. Knocks his ass down. Fireman's carry. Matt slips out and hits a German suplex. Exploder suplex follows. They go to the outside. High jump senton from Killian Dane looked freaking sweet. And then we got some kendo stick action. And then next thing you know, they're going to the back. They're brawling backstage. And they're going crazy. And I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. Attitude Era crap. I love this. So they're brawling. And they're fighting. They're banging their heads against cars, against crates, against walls. They run into different NXT talent. But then they go outside and they run into Imperium sitting at a table. And then all of a sudden, Imperium said, screw this. Bam, 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 bam. Starts beating up Matt Riddle. I'm like, what the fuck? No. Is Killian Dane joining Imperium? That was my first instinct. Like, that was my first thought. So Imperium just basically recruited Killian Dane. Oh my goodness, that's huge. But no, that's not what happened. I just thought that would be cool, but I thought that what I saw. No, it just led to this big ass breakout brawl. Breakout brawl? Is that a term? Whatever. A brawl broke out. Literally everybody, from the Street Profits to the Forgotten Sons to Pete Dunne to Danny Burch to Oni Lorcan, everybody, they come out of the woodworks and start brawling. It's pandemonium. It's chaos. The match gets thrown out. No contest. No, DQ. Someone won by DQ. Is it good DQ? What? Sorry, I don't know what I was doing there. Anyways, I'm too hyper. It's a brawl. It gets thrown out, no contest, and the ring just fills up. It just fills up with random talent just brawling. It's pandemonium. It's chaos. The locker room lets out. Everybody's fighting. And then Killian Dane ends the show with a freaking suicide dive. Big man suicide dive. Crashing through everybody. Everybody's down. Everybody's out. Everybody down. Everybody out. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... I was actually going to scream. But I was like, no, I can't. Because there are people in the other room. I wish I had my... One of these days, I'm going to put some sound barriers around this room. I'm going to put sound barriers around the room where I can just yell as much as I want to. And that's neither here or there. But that's how the show ends. The show ends with everybody on the ground. Everybody down. Everybody out. And I just said, man, I feel like a kid again. That was awesome. That felt like Raw, old school Raw. Remember the days when Raw was over, you're like, oh, I can't wait for next week. That's how I feel right now. I want more. Like, NXT, when it was 1 hour, there were and I'll be honest with you, when it was NXT 1 hour, there were those episodes where I'm like, I want more, but it wasn't like that every week. Every once in a while, you'll have those lull weeks where it's like, okay. And we'll probably still have that with 2 hours. But man, this week especially, I was like, give me more. Give me more. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm doing the rock concert. Leaving Sacramento. Sacramento, there I go. They got some fat ass women and a rock is gonna just say no. Well, I might take a plane. I might take a train. How do you people live here? It must be insane. You live in Sacramento. Sacramento, I won't stay. I gotta do it. But I'll be sure to come back when the Lakers beat the Kings in May. Oh, I love that promo. Oh, I love that promo, bro. But for real, like, this show was awesome. Screw Raw. Screw SmackDown. Screw everything when it comes to the main roster. If I had it my way, I would just watch NXT and AEW and be done. Just be done. For real. Like, Raw and SmackDown. Now, we're going to have to talk about it because this is a wrestling channel. But for real, it fulfilled the things that I've been missing from Raw and SmackDown. I can't wait till next week. I can't wait!
The game NXT and being the Elite DLC pack on WED.
For real. So apparently, just to close things off, William Regal just announced on Twitter that next week, Riddle and, Dane will have another street fight. There will be a winner, and this time, the winner will fight Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. That one's not going to be on October 2nd. So I'm assuming Matt Riddle's winning that one, right? So imagine this, October 2nd. Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole. Walter versus Kushida. Shayna Baszler versus Candice LeRae. What was the other match? Leo Rush versus Drew Gulak. Yo, that's an NXT takeover, y'all. That literally is an NXT takeover. I'm not joking. That could easily be NXT takeover. And somewhere within that time, we're gonna get Undisputed Era versus the Street Profits. So that would be NXT takeover. Are we gonna get an NXT takeover kind of show on October 2nd? Is Triple H really about to give us a free NXT takeover to shut up AEW? Bruh! That's dirty! That's dirty, man. That's dirty. Alright, so I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to stop right here before I get too excited. I'm having a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. Give me a like. Give me thumbs up if you like the Rock concert. Thumbs up for the Rock concert. And I'll be sure to come back when NXT is live again. Okay, I don't know what to do now. I'm going to cut it off. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. 30,000 subscribers. Like the video. Let's get this to 200 likes. This review deserves 200 likes. Not a lot of NXT reviews get likes here on this channel, but this one deserves 200 likes. This show was awesome. Make that The Miz awesome. And next week, I promise this will be changed. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good day. This is your boy, the X Man, signing off. The war begins in 2 weeks. See you then. Peace.